Hello, what is up you guys? Benji here from TeachFrog, and today we're going to be talking about how to absolutely ace the iTutorGroup interview. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind, there are two sections to the interview, okay? So the first sort of 5-10 minutes or so we'll be talking about your experience as a teacher, and the next thing that they will ask for is to do a mock class. Now, don't panic. It's literally not as scary as it sounds. It's like so fine. But the mock class itself will consist of two kind of subsections. So the first section will be a junior class that you'll teach. The second section will be a sort of an adult or / more advanced class that you'll teach, so that they can get an idea of how you'll do them both. And in this video today, I'm going to be giving you the three main things that they will be looking for in the interview, and if you do all these things, you literally cannot go wrong, okay? Just to keep in mind, I will be focusing on the demo class rather than the actual interview itself, because I find that's the thing that people struggle with the most, and yeah. So, without further ado, let's get started. But before we continue, if you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you love this video, please subscribe down below. All right, so tip number 1, okay? Use TPR, okay? Use it, okay? If you don't know what TPR is, that basically stands for total physical response, okay? It means using your gestures, using miming to really communicate what you're saying. Okay, so let me give you an example of TPR. If I'm trying to say, oh, that food's tasty, okay? If I say that to my interviewer, the food is tasty, that's like a big no-no, okay? You're not, for a child, for someone that's low level, that's just gibberish. That's nothing, okay? To give what you're saying meaning, you have to act it out, okay? So, you would say, the food is delicious. The food is so tasty. So you're really using your whole body to really act out what you're trying to say. And if you do that in your interview, they will have their little checkbook and they'll say, yep, he's used TPR or she's used TPR, and you can't go wrong, okay? So make sure you really keep that in mind. Tip number 2, props, okay? You need to use props. That's one of the things that they do say in iTutorGroups checklist of things. They want you to be using props. Now, don't panic if you don't have like fancy props, okay? Not all of us can either afford or just have props lying around the house, okay? But when I did my iTutorGroup interview, I was literally in the middle of Germany. I was like, what can I do? So I literally just got a piece of paper. I just drew some pictures on it and cut them out, and I used them as props. And that was absolutely fine, okay? They're not looking for fabulous props for you to use. It's more how you use those props and the fact that you actually have them in the first place, okay? So that's what they're looking for. So don't go overboard as well. Like, if you don't have props, don't go and spend $50 or £50 on, getting some cool props, because it's not gonna really help you in the interview process, okay? And later on in this video, I'm gonna be talking about how to effectively use those props. What they're looking for and how to really nail it. So, the last thing that they will look for is elicitation, okay? That's super important, okay? So, what that means is getting a response from your students, okay? And this is going to be different for the juniors and for the adult / advanced section of the interview. So let me break it down for you. To elicit a response from a junior student, you're going to need to use your props again, okay? But you need to talk to your props. So I have Mr. Pinecone here. This is Mr. Pinecone. If I'm talking with a student who is got level 1 perhaps, so got very basic / 0 English, if I want to ask them how old they are, okay? I can't just say, even with TPR, I can't just be like, how old are you? It's not going to work, okay? The way that you do it is you ask your prop, okay? So, hello, Mr. Pinecone. How old are you? And the pinecone will answer, I am 10 years old. Okay? And then you say, hey, student, how old are you? The student will understand that you're asking them a question because they've just seen you ask Mr. Pinecone. So they'll understand that they need to answer, and 9 times out of 10 they'll understand that they should answer what Mr. Pinecone said. They'll kind of, they'll mimic that slightly. So using props to elicit a response from a young learner is bonus points, okay? And if you do that with your interviewer, they will that's like a huge tick, okay? That's like a massive tick. So if you do that, you literally can't go wrong, okay? With adults / advanced learners, obviously they can already speak okay / really good English. So what you need to do with them to elicit a response is use concept checking questions, okay? And if you've done a TEFL, you'll probably already be very familiar with what a concept checking question is. But if you're not familiar with what that is, basically it means checking the student's understanding of the lesson material, okay? So an example of a concept checking question would be, why was Mary afraid of the dog? Okay, and the student will have to reply something to that. It's not just a yes or no question. So an example of something that's not a concept checking question would be, was Jack sad? That's not a concept checking question because the student can just say, oh yeah or no. You don't really know. And if they say yes and they're correct, you don't actually know that they've understood what you've actually asked them. So using concept checking questions to elicit a response from your student will give you massive bonus points. And the interviewer will see that and they will go on their little checkbook list of things that they're looking for and they'll say, yep. So yeah, if you do these 3 things, you will excel, okay? You will do so well in that interview. The interviewer will have a list of things that they were looking for and you will have checked all of them and you'll get a nice brand new job and join the iTutorGroup community and everything will be hunky-dory. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, again, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you loved it, please subscribe down below for more amazing videos from Teach Frog. All right then, guys, happy teaching. Ciao for now. Mwah.